What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Just back in another video. There's your one-stop shop for anime and manga. Let's get into it. I want to start by saying thank you to everyone for subscribing. If you're new here and you like my content, you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the bell so I post another video, follow me on Twitter, links will be in the description. What's up, y'all? So today we're going to be doing what should be my last video of the year, and that's everything that I picked up for the month of December. I cannot wait to share with y'all. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday, so let's get this video started. I'm super excited to share this with y'all because Barnes & Noble had a crazy 25% off everything sale, so I had to go crazy, right? I am a Barnes & Noble's member, so I do get that little extra 10% on top of that 25%. So I had to pick up something that I didn't think, I'll be honest, I didn't think I was going to pick this one up at least anytime soon, just because this is one of them long ass series. But I did it. I picked up Baki. So here's volume 1 of Baki, and I went a little overboard. So I got volume 1 right here, volume 2, volume 3, 4, volume 5, and finally volume 6. So that's right, I picked up 6 volumes of Baki, and I gotta tell ya, this is insane. So these right here, they $20 a piece. These are insanely expensive, but one thing I do like, these actually all come with dust jackets. Like, you very rarely ever see that in manga, especially in English manga. I think Japanese manga, pretty much every series has a dust jacket, but you very rarely see that. But one reason I'm so excited I can finally do this video is because I can finally take this off. I love that, you know, Baki sold 100 million copies. I really do appreciate it, but I'm sorry, I don't need that on my manga. Now I can finally take it off and it'll look normal on my shelf. But I gotta say, I'm super excited because Baki is one of my favorite animes that I've been watching. I watched Baki when it first came out, and I cannot believe we finally got this manga. I was always in the camp that I never thought we were gonna get Baki as a manga series. I've been wanting Baki for so long. I never thought we were gonna end up actually getting a physical release, only because I understood Baki's a little long. So if you don't know, Baki the Grappler is for me anyway, is an amazing fighting series, right? So the fights in this are incredible. They do essentially borderline cartoony. They have realistic elements, like realistic martial art elements, but sometimes they do get very cartoony with it, especially like the physics and things like that. So Baki the Grappler is actually the first series. So for those of you that don't know, think of Baki kind of like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So y'all know how JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has different parts, right? So Baki is kind of the same way. You got Baki the Grappler, then you have, like, you know, Baki Hanma, I think the new Grappler. Then you have Baki, like Son of Ogre, and then so on and so forth, right? So with the original Baki, I think that one was 42 volumes originally. And as far as I know, these I think are 2-in-1s. So this is going to be a lot. We have a lot of Baki to get through. So Baki, as far as I'm aware, if you've watched the series on Netflix, that's where it really is, they don't have this particular series. So this is the first one. So this is Baki starting off as a child, you know, doing the original tournament. So they do touch upon it in the anime. If you watch the anime, I think it starts off the second part of Baki, which is the arc that, you know, the inmates pull up and they try to fight Baki and his gang. So they do touch upon things that happened in the first series a little bit, but here you actually get the nitty-gritty details of what happened during that first round in tournament. I know everyone is super excited that, you know, Baki came out, especially because it's a brand new publisher that is releasing this, and I gotta say, whatever they on, I want to get that and bottle it because they're dropping 2 volumes of Baki a month. I'm pretty sure of that. So Kodama is whatever y'all on, I want it because that is some insane moves to be dropped, especially these high quality volumes. I'm excited. I'm gonna stop talking about Baki enough. but it's an amazing series. I definitely highly recommend checking out the anime. If you like the anime and then you want to understand what happened in the beginning of the series, then definitely check out the manga. But for me, the anime was amazing enough, but I'm just crazy. I went for the manga. So yeah, I saw that I picked up 6 volumes of Baki. I couldn't stop there. I also decided to pick up 2 volumes of One Piece. So these are actually not the light novels of Ace's story, but this is volume 1 and 2 of the manga of Ace's story. So me, if y'all saw my last video last month, I picked up the Law light novel. And because of that, I was like, you know what? I low-key do want to pick up Ace's light novel, but I don't really like Ace. Ace is not one of my favorite characters personally. I do like him better than Sabo. I think I like him better than Sabo. That's all y'all gotta know. But I don't know. He really didn't capture my attention like that. So thankfully, I don't have to get the light novel to read Ace's story because it kind of piqued my interest a little bit. So here is the series. So it's actually done. If you recognize the art, it kind of looks a little familiar, right? So the art is actually done by the artist that does Dr. Stone. And if you want to read their current series, they're doing, I believe it's Marshall King. So as far as I know, this is basically just the backstory of Ace. So this is just his first 2 light novels that have been basically translated into manga format. Obviously, One Piece needs no introduction whatsoever. So I'm really excited to try these out because I don't really know how it's gonna go. I think it'll be fine enough, honestly, because One Piece is good. Let's be honest, One Piece is good. Ace is, even though he's not one of my favorite characters, he is ultimately a good character. I do enjoy his devil fruit. He just, for me, he didn't, I wasn't that hyped with him, if I'm being honest. I probably would have rather taken, honestly, I rather would have taken a light novel of maybe Sanji or even Brook. Tell me a light novel of Brook when he had his skin, when he was an actual pirate. Tell me that wouldn't be fire, right? So, you know, this, I'm also hoping that they might do this with Law's light novel. I don't know. I actually am reading Law's light novel. I just finished it. I love it. It was so good, so detailed. If they make it a manga, I'm gonna get that instantly. That's probably gonna be my first pre-order I ever get. So that's me just wishing for the future. Here's volumes 1 and 2 of the Ace's light novel manga adaptation, because I don't know how to really call this. So next thing I picked up is volume 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. Like I think I pretty much heard this story before. I wasn't really feeling the first volume. Second volume, I read it, loved it. So I'm hyped to really get into the series, and I'm so excited. The series finally got its anime adaptation. Well, announcement, I should say. It didn't release yet. Still gotta wait a little bit, but I think it's supposed to release, in March? I'm pretty sure, I think it's March or April it's supposed to drop. So, by then, I hopefully should have caught up. I'm really, really behind on my manga. I'm so upset. Don't take it out on me. Life's been lifing, holidays been holidaying. It's just like I really have not had time to just sit down and chill. Really to read a more thicker volume of manga. I've been reading more of like the lighter ones, smaller volumes here and there when I have time, but it's a little hard to get into the reading as of right now. I think we can all kind of relate, especially with the holidays coming up. It's a little hard to just get that time to yourself, unwind and just be still and read manga. That's what I really use manga for. Manga is for me to decompress. So I've been all types of pent up throughout the holidays. I'm going crazy. So by the time everything is said and done, I'm going to finally relax, and I'm probably going to catch up on my JoJo's. That's probably the first thing on my list, then Initial D. Definitely. Those are my first 2 things on my list, and then I'm going to burn through my TBR list because I actually have an insane one right now. And if y'all seen one of my previous videos, I forgot how many months ago it was at this point. It was basically how much of my collection I've read. Listen, if I was doing an updated version of that right now, I probably read... It probably dropped. I know it was like 90% or something like that. It was like 85%, 90%. It probably dropped down to like 70 if I'm being completely honest. It's been a minute since I really read my collection. I'm just reading digital right now. But I don't really need to go into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run simply because I don't really know the story as well as I probably should. As far as I know, it's a race. It's a race across the entire country of America, and the winner gets a prize. That's as far as I know right now. But in this race, they do got rules, but when you got stand powers, do you really have rules? Let's be honest, So anything is kind of going at this point. So I do need to get back into this because I'm interested now. So I'm gonna check out JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run. So the last thing I picked up was actually just to round out my haul this month was Witch Hat Atelier Volume 8. So as you know, I've been slowly but surely collecting all of Witch Hat Atelier, and I just absolutely love the art in this series. For me, Witch Hat Atelier has one of just the most amazing art styles. And the story is nice, it's chill, and it's cozy, So I cannot wait for that anime to drop, because once that anime drops, this is going to be bigger than Freeman. I'm saying that right now. For those of you who don't know, Witch Hat Atelier follows a girl. Her name is Coco. It's been a while since I read it. Her name is Coco, and she actually accidentally casts a spell, and she turns her mother into stone. So in this world, the magic is innate, right? She ended up finding a grimoire that had a forbidden spell. So she ended up learning how to do it, and she cast a spell accidentally, and it turned her mother into stone. I believe it was stone. So don't quote me on that though. It's been a while. I need to reread the entire series. It's been a minute. So that happened, and then so she gets basically adopted by a witch and his clan, so that he can actually teach her the fundamentals of magic. And her ultimate goal is to get to the highest rank of a witch, so that she can actually enter the Forbidden Library that has every single spell in the entire world, right? So once she does that, she'll be able to actually find the spell and break it to free her mother. Because the only way to break the spell that she cast on her mother is actually, I think it's basically to do it in reverse. But she can't remember the type of spell that she used, so she has to go into that library eventually, but she has to be accepted into the library. What really takes home the cake with Witch Hat Atelier is not just the art, but it's also the world building of it, because there is a lot of mystery in regards to the witches, in regards to the magic. Then you have a thing, an evil faction called the Brim Hats. I'll let you know. I'm not gonna spoil nothing for you, but let you know the evil faction of witches. They're called Brim Hats. It's amazing. Witch Hat Atelier, I honestly believe, is an amazing series that everyone is going to enjoy, especially once the anime drops. So if you want to get a head start, pick up the manga series. I highly recommend it. It's really, really good. I don't use the K-Manga app anymore. Not really. But it is on the K-Manga app if you want to try it out there. So that was everything that I picked up in the month of December. I know it wasn't the craziest haul, but listen, Barnes & Noble's had a sale, right? I took it upon myself to go ahead and get all of Baki. Even though I got Baki at an amazing discount, that hit my bank a little harder than I thought it was. I'm gonna be honest. Because when I went to go get Baki, I did not realize there were 6. And I just picked up every volume that there was. You know what? Why not? I picked up everything. I went in person. I was super excited. This is one of the few times that I've actually did my manga hauls in person. And I went a little bit overboard. So I just picked up all of Baki. And mind you, I go in Barnes & Noble, I don't know where these baskets are. People always I see people walking around with baskets. Me, I'm antisocial. I don't talk to people. Where are these baskets coming from? I'm there. I literally had my entire stack of manga in my hand the entire time walking through Barnes & Noble. And people look at me like I'm crazy when they magically have baskets. I don't know where these baskets came from. I'm not going to ask no employee because I'm scared. No. Show me these baskets, please. They're supposed to be at the door. That's besides the point. That's a topic for another day. But that's everything I picked up. I'm sorry I went on that little bit of a tangent. That got me a little bit. The message of the story is the fact that I had all these volumes literally in my hand. And I could have gotten more, but I honestly just, it was getting heavy at this point. The Baki volumes are huge. But that's everything I picked up in the month of December. How was your guys' holiday? Did you pick up any manga? Did you have any recent reads? How did you spend your holiday season? You know, I hope you spend it nice with your family. You guys were all happy, safe, warm, and just chilling and enjoying this hobby that we all love. I love reading manga. I love collecting manga. It's so much fun for me. Going out there and actually doing the hauls. It's one of the few times of the year that I actually go in person to do a haul. I need to do that more. It's really, really fun. I cannot wait to see what 2026 is going to bring. I hope you guys had an amazing holidays, an amazing year. Let's close out 2025 with a bang, and let's head into 2026 strong, right? We're going to continue to collect manga, continue to read. If you got a huge TBR list, we're going to knock that down. And let's strive to achieve every single goal we're going to hit for 2026. I got some manga goals that I want to hit for 2026. I got some YouTube goals we're going to hit for 2026. We're going to do everything and we're going to hit everything. So, this was my last video for 2025. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you're new here and you like my content and you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the bell so I post another video. Follow me on Twitter. Links should be in the description. This is your boy Just. I'm off this.